I don't wanna see you while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, I still spin inside your orbit. Yeah. You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, I wanna leave. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. I wanna see you while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, still spinning inside your orbit. I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, I wanna leave. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face in the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man stand around like the hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back. work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man stand around like they hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, so today we are getting into week 2 of the Mettlestate Open Series.
A great way to start it off.
There we go. Fantastic. That's how you're supposed to start it off. But yeah, there we go. So that's what it's actually called. It's called the Open State Metal Series. In case anyone is wondering, or you can just look right here. You should see it right there. But yeah, we're getting into week 2 today. We are watching the players from Group 2. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. So yeah, how you doing, Patchy? You good?
I mean, yeah. Nothing too much to say about that, you know, just hunkered down here as per usual. Got my warm jackets on and whatnot, and I'm ready to watch some PUBG. Hopefully we'll be singing some, wow, this is definitely a great way to start. Hopefully we'll be seeing some great stuff going on there, and also some flinging from vehicles and some other spicy stuff. So I'm keen to get into it.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the teams that we've got in the lobby. So as you can see, of course, we've got the players there from Safe Hybrids. I know it's SAEF, but I call them Safe. Up in slot 3, we've got the players there from Phoenix Prodigy. Over in 5, we've got the team from Phoenix Instinct in slot 7. And then, of course, Phoenix Aura in slot 8. We've got a Rescue over in slot 9. We've got the Dragons in slot 10. Then, of course, SS Syndicate in 11, as well as SS Tempo in slot 12. Then, of course, Complexity. Oh, no, sorry. That is the A team. All right, some mixes, yeah, whatever. The A team in slot 13. We have the players there from Red Reserve in 15. Then we got Uso Crimson in 16. We got Revolution in 17. Rain in 18. The players from Quiet Storm in slot 21. And then, of course, Reluctant in 22. And an amazing flight path.
Yeah. So this flight path will be once again giving access to our favorite hotspots there, Rozok School, Pachinki, of course, and I'm sure they could make their way over to Hospital in George if they really wanted to do so as well. But yeah, like you said, this flight path will be pretty nice. It's going to give access to the majority of the map. Obviously, Primorse is going to be a little bit out of the way. But otherwise, yeah, pretty much everything's good, other than perhaps that military base as well.
Yeah.
Which won't probably see any action unless the zone happens to drop there. Yeah.
Or unless, of course, the players move there, or if they rotate up. But looking at the flight path and where the players are going, I don't think we're going to see much of that just yet. Maybe they might surprise us, but yeah. just based on what I'm
Yeah,
seeing.
we did see a couple of them just going in there randomly. I think
Yeah.
a day or so ago there was a team that just sort of went in there and spent the entirety of the match there before being forced to rotate up other zones. So maybe we could see that. Ultimately, though, we're going to be seeing those players dropping into those zones there. We can see Rozok, School, Pachinki, all of them going to be seeing the typical drops there. Of course, George Hospital going to be seeing a little bit of action. Shelter and Prison as well, just below Malta as well, going to be seeing some action there. And the zone, it's going to be there towards the western portion of the map.
Yeah, so quite a shift for the teams over here on the eastern side. We've got the players here from SS Syndicate, as well as the team there from Rain, jumping all the way in Lipovka. So they've got quite some distance to cover to make it all the way up into a zone. But it was interesting to see is that Rain decided to rather rotate out of Lipovka instead of, moving in. And that, of course, now giving the players there from SS Syndicate, ample time to, get some loot, get everything running, going, and, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the Rain felt just like they couldn't take the fight, maybe SS got there a bit too quickly, so they were like, you know what, we'll just get ourselves out of here, get to a better spot, and hopefully they don't run straight into USO, which could potentially happen here, and just throw them out of one sticky situation into another. So hopefully they can get themselves sorted a little bit and just get themselves looting and set themselves up for later. So yeah, that's that. And up in George, you can see the Phoenix teams and Dragons as well, quite close, as well as the QST and Rez in Hospital.
Yeah, so now we're just waiting to see whether or not we're going to find some action between these teams. As you can see also now on the screen, we've got the players there from Rescue. They've decided to rather move up over towards the crates instead of, trying to contest here in South George. So it's very interesting. A lot of teams land in, they land in the same spot, and then, they go like, nah, we don't want to fight just yet. We'll just move up a little bit, give you your space, enjoy your loot. We'll see you in the next zone, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't want to take those early fights if you feel like you're definitely on the back foot. Obviously, sometimes they can work out, but obviously it's never a guarantee. If you take an early fight like that where you don't really have any equipment and you've just picked up a gun and you're sort of just throwing it out there, there's no guarantee who's going to win. And if you're not confident in being able to win a fight like that, then yeah, rotating out is actually just the best option. Making sure you're just staying safe and saying, all right, that's fine. You guys can have the loot. We'll make sure we get our own loot somewhere else, and we'll come back and fight you some other time.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely interesting.
But better odds.
It's definitely an interesting way, because we've grown so accustomed to seeing the teams dropping, and we have the action from the get-go. It's like it's just there.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't expect that to happen every single time, and it's just I don't know. I was hoping for some fights. But I guess at the end of the day, we're going to have quite a bit of action as we progress through the match and the zone starts closing in. And all these teams, of course, now get forced on top of each other instead of having the luxury of being able to move about the whole map, and find a spot where they can, loot up and get everything ready and sorted, and, until they feel, okay, cool, now it is time to go at it. Let's start this fight.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like you said, it's a case of we're not always going to see those early fights happening. A lot of the times, the teams are trying to make a smarter decision just so that they can extend their longevity. Make sure they live a little bit longer. Don't just die for nothing. They want to be able to give themselves the best chance at winning, and that means that they're going to try and get as much of their equipment and loot as possible before they actually take the fights.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now everyone's just sort of staying there alive, all making sure they're getting set up. 15 teams, 53 players, and yeah, like you said, we're just waiting until the players get squeezed in closer together before the real fights start to happen, although there is still a potential of fight brewing in George.
Yeah, no, we're watching the one here with Phoenix and the Dragons. Oh, taking a quick few hits there. So hopefully we will definitely be able to see some action between the players, of course, now, as they are closing in on each other. So we got some shots flying back and forth now. So I'm just waiting to see. And we've, of course, well, the Dragons are currently, as of last week, they're sitting in 15th place. And we got the players from Phoenix over here, this being the team from Phoenix Instinct. Oh! You know, they are currently sitting in 8th place. So, you know, they're potentially trying to, you know, to move up that leaderboard ever so slightly.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Phoenix are putting some shots into those Dragons there. Some good hits going down.
Ooh, nice thirsting there by Azar. Oh, Bad Liar gets hit. Now it is up to K9. He's, of course, sticking to the safety of the building here. Trying to not expose himself too much. So hopefully.
Yeah, well, they've been doing pretty well so far. Phoenix are readying themselves up to continue the push on the Dragons. You can see them there just making sure they've got their meds up, themselves bolstered for the next fight as they push up towards the rest of that Phoenix squad to try and clear them out, take them down, and send us the first team back to the lobby.
Well, we've got a few more teams now busy rotating up in towards the South George side. We've got the team, of course, in there from Rescue. And now we also see the players, of course, from Red Reserve. They're just rotating past. We've got Revolution moving up. We've got Reluctant also moving up over in towards the direction of Pachinki, you know, heading up in towards zone. So it's great to see the teams now starting their rotations so much sooner. You know, we have a few teams right here as well. This now, of course, being our lone survivor. Oh, there we go. Down he goes. So that, of course,
a team gets sent back to the lobby.
Yeah, I think that was maybe complexity. The tag there suggests.
Yeah, the tag says, but
but also
the
there's
group listings are, I don't know.
There's no complexity in this lobby that I can see.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Well, that one player there goes down.
Yes. So we got one
and
team
the rest
now.
of the teams make their way in.
One team of one.
One team and also one player.
Yes, so he won.
Yes.
He won, but he dead now also.
Yeah.
Oh. Up comes Cinderella and crew pushing in right on the players here. From Revolution. Down goes Forever. So Ozone took Forever. Down goes Cinderella once again. We got Gang now right here in front as well. Ooh, Griff getting hit. It is up to Sunny. And Ozone. Ooh, what a hit. Falcon just sneaking that shot in. And now, of course, we also have the team there from Reluctant. They just rotating up. Oh!
Yeah.
Dead.
Nice. Well done. So that's Red completely taken back to the lobby. Oh.
Well, and we might even see the players from Reluctant now rotate up in towards Revolution here. As you can see them, of course, just moving in over towards the southwest. So they're keeping a watchful eye there, trying to see what they got. Revolution currently sitting in second place. So yeah, let's see. They had 31 kills as of last week, and now they've added on the 4 more kills. But of course, they're all gonna have to try and catch up with the players there from Phoenix Aura. So yeah, let's see how these teams perform, and hopefully we'll get some more action. So Phoenix Aura, as you can see, we've got them just here on the outskirts of Pachinki, not too far away from the current spot that we're actually spectating. And then of course you've got a few more teams over in South George. We've got the Dragons, of course, now rotating up ever closer towards the George crates. So just now waiting to see if we'll find another fight, and hopefully we can see this one, like I mentioned, between Reluctant and Revolution.
Yeah, could be interesting. Obviously, like you said, those positions, those frags, those kills need to come through to get those extra points. Obviously, teams wanting to perform as best as possible. We've got a lot of the teams, like you said, moved in towards sort of George and Hospital area. A long, nice line of teams there. Still a couple of teams towards the outskirts of the zone. That blue zone is moving in just to make sure that they're all nice and safe and snug inside that zone. And we are definitely sure to start seeing the fights happening momentarily.
Shame has no shame. Puts those shots straight up in towards 7. Putting several hits into the vehicle, but it didn't seem like any of those hits landed though. We got a Hexor also here, just keeping a watchful eye as 7 and now rotates back up. We got Tiger, Matrix, and the remainder of the players there from Rescue, of course, just up ahead. Ooh. And that's quite the warm welcome he's receiving. Well, we've got Matrix there, so hopefully we'll see a few things happen in slow-mo. They got some good They got some good mojo, a little bit of shame, and then of course the Tiger.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we got Indra from Quiet Storm now trying to move up. QST. We got Chris, 7, and a Hexor. Ooh, some nice nades flying across.
Now, Rescue have to survive the onslaught. If QST decide to push in, then they're going to have to make sure they're holding all those angles. QST, they have quite a number of players spread out all around. So they have to be very, very careful here. Rescue need to make sure they're watching all those spots, keeping an eye out for any potential flanks. And they need to decide if they want to take the fight or not.
What I would like to see, though, is if, like, Indra and 7, if they could get a little bit closer together, you know, and move up as, you know, one split force. Like we've got Chris and Hexor now moving in from behind. If we had that same thing on this front, man, then Rescue might need a little bit of a rescue.
Yeah. Well, it actually seems like Mojo's taking off. He's going to go on the hunt there, moving up very, very aggressively to try and scope out the situation. He's moving into the buildings to try and catch the players off guard. Moving in very quickly. Some shots are going to go through. QST making their way around is going to expose themselves. The shots go through. Shame and Mojo putting them in. Hexor and Chris going to be falling down. So Rez, very, very good stuff. The Rescue are going to be responding very well. Tiger going to be dropped in the meantime, however. So far, Rescue are surviving the onslaught.
Some pretty good shooting there by 7. Getting that little gap, and he takes a shot. Gets a beautiful hit in. So well done. Well played on that. Ooh, we got Uso also now battling it out in the kill feed there with the players from SS.
Yeah. Yeah, those shots happen very, very quickly, but it's going to be SS who has gotten... Well, they've been taken back to the lobby then.
Yep. Oh, Indra goes down as well. Now everything is riding on 7.
Yeah, Mojo's made some really good movements in response to this QST setup here. And yeah, like you say, now there's one player riding on everything. Indra going to be just confirmed there. Made sure he's gone. 7 last alive. For QST, going to have to try and take this one all on his back. Put in a little bit of pre-fire there to just see if you could catch anyone out, but so far, no one.
Yeah, no, but he got caught out in the process.
Yeah, yeah, you can hear those shots going through. They want him. They know they need to take this guy down. It's everything or nothing, and he can't manage it. Matrix gonna close it out. 7 goes down. Well played to the team there from Rescue.
Yeah, well done, well played. Some good gameplay there, some good pushing. And now we're just hoping to see something between the players here from USO, as they seem to be rotating up over towards the players here from Rain. Oh, there we go. We got them shots going. We got Mr. Wet also just getting out of his vehicle. Luckily, he waited for it to stop this time. No flinging, no flinging.
But we want to see the flinging.
But we also have another team now just rotating past Revolution, or rather what's left of it. Tezuka. Just pulling up now. Well, he's part of what's left. We got Falcon and Gang also still, but shots now flying up. I don't know if he's trying to scout or what's going on. It seems like he might have been trying to get a bit of a scout going there. And he's now, of course, circling back to the remainder of his team, back in towards safety. And we've got 3 teams now in the North George area there. So the Dragons haven't moved up much. We've got Reluctant, of course, now fairly close here to the players there from Phoenix. This, of course, being the players there from Phoenix Aura. So they're currently sitting in top spot. So let's see, will they be able to fend off, or maybe get these hits in though? That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, Bravo's going to get some onto ENGR. But just to go back to what Revolution is doing, I think it's a very smart way to go about sort of moving around the map. You know, if you have someone who's confident on their feet and they can move very quickly, you know, then send them out on a bit of a scout mission to make sure that the spot that you want to go to is sort of clear, which is a good way of sort of doing reconnaissance. You know, just make sure that the spot you want to move to is clear before you move your whole squad there, because we've seen sometimes when squads move all together before actually knowing whether the spot's clear or not, they run in straight into a whole team just sitting inside a building, nice and happy campers in there, and they just absolutely annihilate the team running into their face. So yeah, doing that scouting out is definitely very, very beneficial, can definitely help you in certain situations. So nice to see that coming out there. Now you can see that zone centered around Hospital there towards the west is going to make all those teams towards North George are going to have to move down. That's SS Phoenix and the Dragons, and Safe, Reluctant, and the other Phoenix squad's also going to have to move in there from the southeast.
Yeah, well, so as you can see, you've got several teams now, well, in zone and a few on the outside. So as you mentioned, we're just now waiting for those ones to make their rotation up into a zone. And we've got the Phoenix, this of course being Phoenix Instinct. They're very, very close there to the Dragons, so hopefully we can get some of those shots. But it seems like Dragons are on the move, and of course now the USO and the rescue team also quite close together here. Luckily, this isn't Miramar just yet. So the guesstimations on the spacing is a little bit better, I'd say. But yeah, let's see how this goes. We got USO, of course, now making their way around there. So they are currently the most western team. And we've got the drop coming down. So let's see. Well, yeah. Just waiting for Smitty to move up. Yes, there we go. So my statement is now correct. Ooh, Revolution getting a nice little drive-by here as well, as the Dragons just rotate past them, heading up into a zone. Loads of shots, of course, now flying. Ooh, and they roll their vehicle right on the hay bale.
Oh. No. Phoenix trying to move past them. So that's Phoenix Aura trying to just get past Revolution, trying to put those hits in to try and knock as many as they can, but unfortunately nothing got lands just yet. So there's that. Reluctant's actually going to be taking some shots with the Dragons though. That's a lot of hits.
Wow.
And that's also the Dragons gone.
Wow, that was quick though.
Yeah. That was quite quick.
You just mentioned it, and as I looked, it was gone. Done over.
Yeah. Yeah, it can happen.
Well, we got Safe now, still on the move, and we've got Rain right on top of the drop here. Well, yeah, they're literally right on the drop, so pretty lucky spot there for Rain. Positioning themselves, and then of course having the drop move in right on top of them. So if you want to see what a lucky team looks like, yeah, here they are right there, opening fire over towards Shakes. Now he's trying to move in, got several more shots now, of course, flying in. Phoenix Aura also trying to get a few hits. Oh, let's see, can we jump up to Hulk? Savage getting hit. There we go, there we go. So Asta goes down. I said Savage, I meant Shakes. Let's see, let's see. Wow, now this is what we were waiting for. Shots going all over the place. Mr. Hulk, of course, now trying to get up into with safety, but the teams are now a little bit relentless. So we got shots flying up in all directions.
Yeah, everyone wants these points, and that's going to be the shots headed off to SS, sending them back to the lobby. And the shots do not stop. That's going to be Bravo putting them into Mojo.
Wow, and now, of course, the return shot there from Fury going straight up into Bravo as well. So nice little triangle we got here with a little bit of a potential third party from Shakes coming in from the southern side there.
Yeah. And that zone getting ever smaller means that these teams have to move up once again. You can see Reluctant all the way towards the south, having to move up. Some of the teams still here towards the middle, taking shots. Revolution doing a lot of work. They're putting in a lot of shots. And finally, we see our first fling of the game, as well as the rest of the hits come through.
Well, so we got the players there from Revolution, of course, quickly tending to their wounded. And we got a few more here from Phoenix. So the zone is getting quite small, and we still have 9 teams, 31 players remaining. So this is definitely going to be something to see, as these teams now, of course, all need to start making their way up in towards zone. Well, we've got a few already in the zone, and then a few more, of course, now having it to rotate up. But we've got the players here from USO now trying to rotate, heading straight through quite a few teams. And
yeah, it's a bit of a gauntlet to run there.
Wait. Let's see. Blow it up. Come on. Get it. Fury. Oh, no luck. Man, that was close. But they push in right on the players here from Safe. So USO now just trying to make their way in. Ooh. What a greeting. Fury.
Yeah. Absolutely, and look at Safe just tossing a grenade out onto USO, trying to get some hits in. Safe going to be dropping though, and USO going to come out there pretty spicy.
Well, they're not done yet. There's one more to go, and another team moving in. So if Fury wants to get this done, he better get it done very quickly, because yeah, he's kind of in trouble at the moment, with being surrounded by 2 other teams aside from the one just above him, who's now managed to get the res in. So Johnny gets all resed up. We got Koala now, of course, moving in. Ooh, Reluctant and Rain now also going at it. Right here on the hill, Maestro puts those hits in. Down goes Squeak. We got Bread and Sneak now, of course, moving in. Quick, thirsting. Well done.
Yeah, Reluctant putting some shots in towards Rain as well to sort of scare them off, get them out of the way as they move over towards USO and Safe, who are still head-to-head here.
We've got Molly's all over the place. Koala getting hit. Down goes Koala. Now it's up to Johnny. Let's see. Well, we see a clutch play. Ooh, Blue Zone also now coming in. And up goes the team there from Reluctant. So Koala gets claimed by Zone.
That Blue Zone is definitely tough to deal with. Players having to now rotate out as quickly as they can to try and save themselves from it. Lots of hits coming through. Inspector getting the shots in. Ooh, so many shots going down right now.
And it's all up to Edge. Down he goes. Well done.
Yeah, there it is.
Whoop.
Some good shots there going down. Even though the players were sitting prone, they could not escape the fire. Now you can see that zone is so small, just centered around there towards the northeast, and all of the teams have to actually move their way up here. Looks like Phoenix Prodigy is the closest to that zone, so they could potentially get themselves inside it and cause quite a bit of a havoc for the other teams making their way in.
Yeah. No, definitely the case. But let's see how this is going to unfold. Hopefully we see a little bit here. We have the players from Phoenix Aura, of course, still alive, still moving around. So they still have a chance there to, of course, move themselves up further. But Revolution, do we still have them? Yes. We still have them in play. So Revolution also now still pushing up. Now it's going to be a bit of a mashup, trying to see who's going to get the better positioning in this match, as Phoenix now, of course, try to move up. So Revolution is already in a safe zone. no one really to fight against, but it seems like Aura are now trying to move in, and they choose a very tough spot, if I can put it that way, to position themselves. Revolution, on the other hand, they've rotated up, going over towards the far side of zone, and now, of course, trying to get several more hits, and they've already gained 2 more kills. There we go. Down goes Shame.
Yeah.
Up comes Mojo. Ooh, and down they go.
Yeah, that's rescue down and out as the 2 Phoenix teams are clashing there towards the western side of the zone. So many shots going through. Azahar gonna fall as well. 2 Phoenix teams clashing it out. Reluctant is nearby as well. Could potentially capitalize on that chaos. You can see Rain taking some shots in there towards Phoenix as well. Bravo gonna get dropped. Schneek gonna get claimed. Ooh. A myriad of shots just going down, but ultimately player's going to be falling, taking down. Let's see which Phoenix team comes out on top of this one.
Well, some beautiful shooting there by Inspector. Now we got Mr. Shakes, of course. He is the last one left. Ooh!
Oh, well done, well done. So that is going to be Phoenix Aura winning that engagement.
Yeah, now they got to try and make it all the way in. We got Instinct, of course, right in front of us here, and waiting for the players there from Revolution now to move in. So let's see.
Yeah, Reluctance coming up here as well. They're moving in towards the Phoenix. Smitty gonna fall. Some shots going down. Ooh, Ziad gonna be doing the work. Astro falls. Smitty gonna get taken down as well. Oh, Maestro falls as well, and Maniac gets exploded. We're left with 3 teams, 9 players alive as Phoenix move in on Revolution. Oh.
Ooh. Danny Boy trying to find the shot there. Getting taken down, and now Danny Boy quickly trying to heal up, but he's getting shot. No place to hide. Standing on the one side gets you dead just like that.
Yeah, and just like that, we've got 2 teams remaining. Phoenix on the one side, Revolution on the other side, and Phoenix could potentially just decide to move in on this one, as of course that blue zone is making its way in slowly. Maniac gonna pick up a vehicle, try and maybe do some spicy stuff. Revolution smoked off with those smoke grenades, but Phoenix are being forced inward by that zone, which might put them in a bit of a comfortable spot. Some shots going down. Oh, Tezuka gonna get knocked over. It's gonna be difficult to get that res in. Gang trying to cover up for him, but it's not gonna be enough, and now it's on to Falcon to try and make something happen, but he's got so many players to worry about now. Can he evade all these shots? They know exactly where he is. He's down to very low HP. Phoenix moving their way up. This should be quick, and it is.
Well, there we go. So, Phoenix managing to hold on to their top position in the standings. Revolution, of course, getting the the second spot, the second chicken. There we go, the second chicken. But I don't know if you saw the kill count there for Phoenix, because they finished off with 14 kills. 14. Wow, that is really gonna push them up the scoreboard there. Revolution, of course, as I mentioned, getting a second place. Then we've got the players from, well, the other Phoenix team finishing in 3rd place. We've got Reluctant finishing in 4th. Another Phoenix team in 5th place. Rain claiming a 6th. We got the Rescue, of course, in 7th. We got the team from Safe in 8th. We got Uso finishing up in 9. We've got the players there from SS up in 10th place. We got the Dragons in 11th. QST finishing off in 12th place. SS also, once again, I think this is the players there from SS Tempo. Might be the other way around. Finishing off in 13th place. Red Reserve finishing up in 14th place. And then, of course, Mr. Denset there finishing in 15th. So, yeah, definitely an interesting turn of events, and that match was it came to we had a bit of a slow start on that match, and then of course as the match progressed, it just gained momentum out of almost nowhere. It just boom. Action,
I mean
action.
that was sort of set up to happen, you know, because the teams, like we were talking about earlier, they decided to take a smarter sort of more reserved approach in the sense that instead of trying to go for the crazy early fights and trying to make the chaos work in your favor, they just decide to take the more strategic play, survive longer, get the loot going, take the fights later on, which is exactly what happened. So all the teams trying to survive as long as possible, and then things started to escalate, and they just snowballed from there up into a nice climactic finish.
Yeah, no, some impressive gameplay there. Well done. Really entertaining. But yeah, I think we're going to need to get ready for a second match. We've got 3 more to come, of course. So let's get into the highlights quick. And then, of course, yeah, we'll bring you back once we get the second match started. So without much further ado, here we go. The players, of course, from Red Reserve, they're just rotating past. We've got Revolution moving up. We've got Reluctant also moving up over in towards the direction of Pachinki, you know, heading up in towards zone. So it's great to see the teams now starting their rotations so much sooner. You know, we have a few teams right here as well. This now, of course, being our lone survivor. Oh, there we go. Down he goes. Lucian, down goes Forever. So Ozone took Forever. Down goes Cinderella once again. We got Gang now right here in front as well. Ooh, Griff getting hit. It is up to Sunny. And Ozone. Ooh, what a hit. Falcon just sneaking that shot in. And now, of course, we also have the team there from Reluctant. They just rotating up. Oh!
Yeah.
Dead.
Put in a little bit of pre-fire there to just see if you could catch anyone out, but so far, no one.
Yeah, no, he got caught out in the process.
Yeah, yeah, you can hear those shots going through. They want him. They know they need to take this guy down. It's everything or nothing, and he can't manage it. Matrix gonna close it out. So
up goes the team there from Reluctant, so Koala gets claimed by Zone.
That blue zone is definitely tough to deal with. Players having to now rotate out as quickly as they can to try and save themselves from it. Lots of hits coming through. Inspector getting the shots in. Ooh, so many shots going down right now.
And it's all up to Edge. Down he goes. Well done. Aura are now trying to move in, and they choose a very tough spot, if I can put it that way, to position themselves. Revolution, on the other hand, they've rotated up, going over towards the far side of zone, and now, of course, trying to get several more hits, and they've already gained 2 more kills. There we go. Down goes Shame. Yeah. Up comes Mojo. Ooh, and down they go.
Sneak gonna get claimed. Ooh. A myriad of shots just going down, but ultimately players going to be falling, taking down. Let's see which Phoenix team comes out on top of this one.
Well, some beautiful shooting there by Inspector. Now we got Mr. Shakes, of course. He is the last one left. Ooh!
Ooh.
Yeah, now they got to try and make it all the way in. We got Instinct, of course, right in front of us here. And waiting for the players there from Revolution now to move in. So let's see.
Yeah, Reluctance coming up here as well. They're moving in towards the Phoenix. Smitty gonna fall. Some shots going down. Ooh, Ziad gonna be doing the work. Astro falls. Smitty gonna get taken down as well. Falls as well, and Maniac gets exploded. We're left with 3 teams, 9 players alive as Phoenix move in on Revolution. Oh.
Ooh. Danny Boy trying to find the shot there. Takes getting taken down, and now Danny Boy quickly trying to heal up, but he's getting shot. No place to hide. Standing on the one side gets you dead just like that.
Forced inward by that zone, which might put them in a bit of a comfortable spot. Some shots going down. Oh, Tezuka Gonna get knocked over. It's going to be difficult to get that res in. Gang trying to cover up for him, but it's not going to be enough. And now it's on to Falcon to try and make something happen, but he's got so many players to worry about now. Can he evade all these shots? They know exactly where he is. He's down to very low HP. Phoenix moving their way up. This should be quick, and it is.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, so we are getting into our second match for week 2. All right, for the Open State Metal Series. Here we go. Here we go. Getting ready for this one. So if the previous match was anything to go by, this upcoming match is going to be absolutely insane.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will find out soon enough. And yeah, we've got 54 players in the room for this lobby. So let's see, do we have any changes? So we've got the players there from Safe, of course, in 3rd place. Then we got Phoenix Prodigy in 5th. We've got the players from Phoenix Instinct in 7th. We got Phoenix Aura in 8th place. We got Rescue in 9. The Dragons in 10. We have the players there from SS Syndicate in 11. In 12, we got SS Tempo. Then we got the A team in slot 13. There we go. Nice rhyme going there. We've got Red Reserve in 15. Uso in slot 16. Revolution in 17. Rain in 18. QST, Quiet Storm in 21. And then, of course, Reluctant in 22.
Yeah. All right. Really nice. We've got flight path going down there towards the southern portion of the map, going all the way down into the coast. And, well, that's going to mean that there's a lot of free space up towards the north. A lot of the teams could potentially move up there if they liked. Although at this stage, I don't think that's entirely necessary. The lobby is only 54 players, 15 teams, so they might just want to centralize themselves around and sort of take some fights, because we know this map can be very big. We know that can certainly affect the game. So let's see how the players decide to approach this one.
Yeah, well, we've got quite the lineup there. The players already making their way down. And we've got 2 teams, of course, heading up in towards El Pozo. SS Syndicate heading up right there with the players, of course, now from the Dragons. So I think we might see our first few shots, of course, now happening here. Seeing that they're landing so close together. Yep, there we go. We heard a few quick shot there. I think that was Rolex or Jabro. Either or, someone shot someone or at something somewhere.
Something happened somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Somehow.
On the screen here somewhere, something happened. We got Mr. Bad Liar,
Yes.
just getting ready to move up over towards Dramato. So let's see, will they get any hits, any shots? We got it. So
Yeah.
we got quite a few teams in zone though.
Yeah, pretty much everyone is in towards the zone. We've got a lot of the teams who made their way towards Impala. There's about 3 of them over there, and they do not have far to go to get into that zone. So they're pretty much good to go. They can loot up, maybe take a couple of fights amongst each other, and then just make their way up. So yeah, everyone's pretty much sitting quite happily right now. There's plenty of space to move around in, lots of chance to sort of get comfortable, get yourself set up and ready, and sort of wait. So the question is, are we going to see a little bit more proactive natures from the teams? Are they going to be proactive and take fights against one another, or are they just going to sit, get that loot and just wait for that blue zone to get nice and tight and wait for things to get a little bit closer before they're forced to take any of those fights?
Yeah, well, we will find out soon enough. Trying to see what is going to happen. We got Mr. Ozone closing in. Oh, he's getting shot at. Players there, of course, moving in. Bravo gets a quick hit on him. Ooh. The Bravo. Well done. Mr. Griff, a little bit off in the distance here. We got Sunny and Oros. Let's see, will they be able to keep the players here from Phoenix Instinct at bay?
Yeah, that is a question. The shots are ringing forth, and Sunny is going to drop. Aimbot going to be putting those shots in. Red is going to be taking those casualties. Ozone already gone. Sunny bleeding out as, well, Phoenix not looking to slow down anytime soon. The shots are coming through. Sunny gonna get claimed. Now it's 2 members. It's Oros and Griff versus the rest of the Phoenix team there.
I wonder if
Oros and Griff might want to leave.
I wonder if Oros said oh
No.
while his teammates got shot.
I doubt it. But you know, who knows? We can always imagine. Oros and Griff might just want to get out of there relatively quickly. Obviously, a 2v4, not a great situation to be in. You know, you never want to be on the sort of even ground in a disadvantaged, you know, based on the amount of players you have. So obviously, you might just want to get yourself out of that situation as soon as possible, and maybe just try and take a fight later on in a better spot. Just below them, we have the QST, just getting themselves set up there before they move on into the zone. The rest of the team's quite happy inside those boundaries. Now, they have plenty of time to actually rotate out of the zone if they want to. And we might see the Dragons doing just that up towards La Cabrera. Otherwise, there's a lot of time before this blue zone comes in, and the teams haven't made any sort of big moves just yet.
Yeah, well, we'll see what is gonna happen. We've got quite the spread on the teams, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll leave the fights again until, you know, a little bit later in the game. But we've got Mr. Griff and Oros. They are getting chased down by the players here from Phoenix. So Instinct now in hot pursuit. You can see them, of course, just rotating up. We got Bravo and company. Up they come, moving in bit by bit. So maybe.
Yeah, Griff and Oros definitely making their way out of that one. They know they need to get to some relative safety there, and they do. They move up north into the compound there just above Impala, so they can potentially take a better fight if Phoenix decide to chase them that far. Otherwise, once again, like you said, the rest of the team's pretty evenly spread out across the map, plenty of space in between them. So they have some good time to prepare, get themselves ready for the fights that are certain to come.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Just waiting for everything to get started. We've seen a little bit of action at least, so now we are hungry for some more. We want some more shots, we want some more action. And yeah, hopefully that will happen anytime soon.
Yeah, looks like Phoenix is moving up bit by bit, getting closer and closer, just sniffing out for red. The question is, will the trail go cold, and will Phoenix decide to move out of that one, or will they keep pursuing them in towards the northern compound? Oros and Griff actually already moving up towards the northern portion, and might just be making their way out and just across towards the zone. We'll see if Phoenix can catch them out here. You see the clump of their team is moving up there towards that compound. They really, really want to take down these last 2 remaining players. Meanwhile, Edge is actually going to get knocked over by Rain as Rain starts taking on Uso.
Yeah, so Uso was trying to escape Revolution, and they, of course, then rotated up right in towards Rain. So that's a bit of a tough draw there for them. You know, they were trying to avoid the one team, and then, of course, in the process, bumps right up into the next one. So,
yeah, it's always a difficult spot to be in.
Ooh, what a hit on Forever. So,
so we have
Mr.
Revolution,
Wet,
Uzo, and Rain.
Yeah, Mr. Wet took Forever, but he got the shot.
Yeah.
Well done. There we go. We got Gang, of course, now moving up to get that res going. We're trying to see if he can spot any potential angle on that team. So it'd be interesting to see now whether or not Rain is going to decide to, you know, get involved in this fight. You know, move in, or are they going to leave it up to the players there from Uso and Revolution to just battle it out?
Yeah, it could potentially be beneficial to take a fight here, just because the fact that the map is so big, an early fight could be, you know, something that you want just to get yourself some kills in there, secure them, get yourself ready. Because obviously, some of the, you know, part of the battle in a map with size is the fact that you need to know where the teams are. So if you have good information on where a player or where some teams are, then moving in on that and capitalizing on that is definitely a a solid decision, a solid choice. So we'll see if they make that one. We have Revolution just up north above Uso and Rain Gaming just below them. Reluctant have been hovering around here for a little bit. They might run in here. You can see Phoenix actually just above Power Grid as well. So this could potentially turn out to be a little bit of a cluster going on here.
Well, it seems like you mentioned now, Rain are slowly but surely moving up towards Uso. We got Sneak. Yep, there we go. Shots flying in. Fury goes down. Wet goes down. So they are now left with Twisted. So now let's see, will Twisted be able to survive this? Will he get those shots? And then of course we still have the team here too, just to the north, the players there from Revolution. So ooh, beautiful hit in on Sneak right as he's trying to sneak up. Gets hit. Yeah, that is how you do it. Ooh, Twisted now risking it, trying to get up towards Fury to get his last teammate up, and he decides to jump and gets hit mid-air by Bread. Well done.
Yeah, well done, well played. So it's always going to be the first team back to the lobby here in our big, gigantic map match. 14 teams, 48 players now. We still have Oros and Griff retreating away from the Phoenix squad there, although it seems like Phoenix have, for the moment, just given up pursuit at least. We have Phoenix in Power Grid, Reluctant just below. We have the Revolution squad up there as well. Rain now just below, above the road. And 2 SS teams now just below El Pozo.
Yeah, we got Mr. Hotia just keeping a watchful eye. Looking off into the direction of the players there from Syndicate. So let's see, will Tempo get a good tempo going there, get those hits in, or will they get sent back to the lobby? We got Bournay up on the roof. So nearly Hote gets spotted out there. So let's see. Maybe. Mr. Rukulu is up here as well. Oh, trying to get those hits in on Jabro. Yes, open scope. So ever since they put the scope on the Winchester, it's actually not such a bad weapon.
Yeah.
But now Rukulus has to try and get. He's going up against the whole full squad. His teammate there getting hit, and of course thirsted within mere moments. Oh.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy one. Definitely a tall order to fulfill. Nicholas has a lot of work to do, but he's trying to get those shots in, trying to land them. Doing his best he can, but the shots are coming through quite consistently, pushing him off those angles. Ooh, Nade's coming in to try and catch him out, but still Rukulus survives for the moment.
So let's see. Will he get any of these hits in? Or, yeah, will he get taken down? Only time will tell. I mean, he has a bit of a fighting chance. We've seen some clutch plays, you know, 1v4s or 1v3s.
Yeah.
It is doable.
Yeah, but in this situation, very difficult and quite unlikely.
Yeah.
Although, still possible.
Yeah.
Speaking of though, we still have quite a number of teams centered around the zone. You can see the zone has moved towards the east, and we've got a lot of teams just clustered around Power Grid there. Ooh, Staccato, Oros gonna be taking some shots. Oros gonna drop. That's Griff going down as well, so yeah.
Well played. Phoenix getting some beautiful hits in there. We didn't manage to make it up in time for the shots though, but yeah, we've got Rain now. They're rotating up. We've got some shots flying in there from Revolution. Oh. Yep. There we go.
Yeah, so we have Rain, we have Revolution, we have Phoenix and Reluctant, all situated here around the Power Grid sort of area, just in range of one another, taking some shots. trying to knock one another out. Reluctant going to be moving up. Smitty going to be taken down by Osiris as the rest of the Reluctant squad try and move up, make something happen. Blitz is there. Ooh, there he goes. Gets taken down by Maniac. Maestro going to take down Maniac in return. Sneak gets a shot on Forever. This is two teams, Phoenix and Reluctant, as well as Revolution and Rain, taking shots over at one another.
And Maestro is really trying to get into this building. Forever, of course, getting thirsted. Now, Gang also getting taken down. So you got Kato. Now, he might be in a bit of trouble there as the team, of course, now moving in on his position.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight situation here for the teams fighting around Power Grid. No one wants to back off just yet. They're too deep in the fight now. Meanwhile, SS going to be taking those fights that will be resolved there. RHEAGAL going to get those in. Reluctant going to get hit by Phoenix as the assault continues around Power Grid. Oh, the shots coming through. Is Blitz going to win that one? He is going to take down Maniac. Maestro falls as well. Smitty going to be falling as well. Blitz gets taken down. Ziyad soon to fall. Quick Scope going to get taken down as Revolution and Rain also go at one another. There's two fights happening simultaneously. Falcon going to get hit and Ziyad gets taken down. Reluctant going to be winning their fight against Phoenix there. Revolution and Rain still going at it. Kato going to fall and get taken down by Sneak.
Yeah, and it's now all riding on Gang. Can he get this res in on time? Will we see Rain now move up and take them down? It's going to be a tough one. Let's see. Up they come. Rain moving in.
Oh, that was just a very quick, clean finish there. RNG going to be finishing that one off very nicely. They poke their heads over the cliff and the guns are just overwhelming. So well done, well played there. Those two fights now resolved around Power Grid, being Reluctant and Rain the victors of those respective fights. And now we have quite a scattering across the map. As you can see, a lot of lone stragglers and damaged teams making their way in towards the zone. As the blue zone comes in, slowly but surely, we will see who can get themselves in a good position and potentially come out with that W.
Yeah. We had Quiet Storm, of course, now sitting atop the hill here, trying to pick off at the teams. But it seems like they're already rotating up 7 now, just trying to get those hits in. Some long-range shots. But we've got Rescue and the players, of course, now from Safe Hybrid going at it. Let's see who will come out victorious. Will it be the players from Rescue or will it be Safe? Quiet Storm now also pushing in. Quick Molly. Red Zone in play as well. So QST really going to try and get in those third-party shots.
Yeah, could certainly work out for them. All right, so Indra now lining up those shots over towards Safe. They have spotted the players out, but the players are moving in there on res. They will be spotted out from behind, and the shots start coming through. Matrix going to be the one to start that off. Indra going to be following up as well. Shots going through. That's Johnny getting knocked over. Those third-party shots coming in and doing some serious damage to the fight there between Rez and Safe. That's going to make it easy. Matrix cleaning up the rest of those kills there. Safe on the back foot now. Everyone pincered from behind and from the front. It's a difficult situation to be in for them. If you're Safe, you're not very comfortable right now. The rest of the teams, however, going to be moving in. We've got SS, Reluctant, and Rain moving in from the west. Dragons towards the north. And the rest of the teams in the zone there. You got Phoenix clans, both there inside that zone.
Yeah, so let's see. Will Princess Raider be able to defend now against the players from Rescue, as Johnny now needs to quickly heal up before Quiet Storm starts putting some hits into them. And we might even see the players, of course, now from Rescue trying to get the few hits in as well. Ooh, Reluctant and the players there from SS also going at it in the kill feed.
Yeah, they have collided just above power grid there as they were making their way towards zone. Reluctant and SS going to be taking a fight there. And we might just see the two Phoenix clans towards the north also take some fights. So this could potentially be 3 fights about to break out simultaneously.
Princess Raider taking quite a few hits. Nearly getting knocked out by Matrix.
Yeah, but the teams are so close. They really don't have time right now. Princess Raider's in a tough spot, and she's just going to get taken down by Tiger from the side as they come in. Rez getting knocked out there. Back to the lobby is going to be Rez coming out on top there. Now, QST going to be making their way in to try and capitalize on the low health bars now.
Yeah, Reluctant and SS also still going at it. Got some shots now flying in. There we go. Shame getting a few hits there in on Quiet Storm. Well done. Quiet Storm also getting a few hits in on them. Shame goes down. Shame, that's got to be tough. Jabro gets hit. Look at Mr. Savage. Waiting for that hit on Smitty. Send it. Send it. Oh, it took too long. Took too long. Gets hit.
Yeah, so right now we're waiting for SS and Reluctant to take their fights, as well as Rez and QST. Just waiting to see those fights happen. Phoenix clan still up north, relatively close. The Dragons have rotated in, and Rain actually moving in just above Los Leones from behind. Reluctant going to be putting those hits into SS.
Yeah, it's not looking great. No, down they go.
Yeah. They are wiped out, so that's Reluctant winning another fight for themselves. They're sitting on a nice kill queue as Rez and QST are in close proximity. Dragons moving down, could potentially run into Rain, who could potentially run into the fight between Rez and QST.
Yeah, no,
Might
Rain
have a nice
also
little
being
sandwich.
quite close.
And we'll see if that does happen anytime soon. We still have QST trying to push up towards Tiger and Matrix. Let's see if they get caught out. They are trying to make their way out, but the shots start to ring. Smoke's getting popped to cover the movements, but the shots are already ringing forth. Oh, QST making their way around very, very swiftly now. Let's see if Tiger can hold them off as they come around the corner. The shots go through. The drops also coming down. Tiger going to be the one to drop. Matrix having to do everything, and it's just going to be so difficult. They get taken down. QST win that fight.
Well done. Well played. Some pretty good action there. We've got 7 teams now remaining. QST, of course, now very comfortable in zone. We're waiting for the 2 Phoenix teams up in the northern side there to start making their way in. So that, of course, being the players from Phoenix Prodigy as well as Phoenix Instinct. And it's sad to see that we saw the players from Phoenix Aura getting taken down. So they didn't make it into the top 10 for this round. Well,
yeah. Well, Rain Gaming going to be moving in from the south there. Going into QST, just running straight into their crosshairs. The shots are going to ring forth. Chris going to be the first one to fall as the shots are going down. QST going to have to repel this attack from Rain as they move up. Ooh, Hex are going to fall as well. Sneak putting in so many good shots, but does get dropped eventually from the one side. Now, Dragons could potentially capitalize on this one, or they could rotate away, just leave the fight as it is alone. Now, we do have Squeak and Bread who have to make something happen here for Rain, as QST need to defend this position.
well, we got 7 definitely trying to get up. So he's got a Hexor up. He's got is going in for Chris now. So let's see, will QST be able to defend against Rain as they are slowly but surely trying to push up? And the Dragons, of course, now rotating up, as you can see just off in the distance there. So now it's just a matter of time. Will we see the shots from Rain? Will Rain get it? Will we see the hits go over to, you know, QST? Who's going to get it? Rain already sitting on 8 kills. Will they add 4 more to their list? Sorry. They're only running on a 3-man team, so you never know.
Yeah. Could potentially be difficult, but Rain definitely showing us that they are definitely good enough to do it. So there's the first one. 7 gonna drop. He gets taken out by Bread. And that's gonna make things difficult now. QST have to try and find those hits, otherwise it's going to be very, very difficult for them to continue. Meanwhile, the Phoenix team's going to be making some shots towards each other in the north, like we've been waiting for. Meanwhile, Hex are going to fall as well. The shots are really going for serious damage going down. Sneak going to get dropped, but Chris going to get dropped immediately after that. Rain doing such a good job of just wiping out QST. So well done from them.
Yeah, that was a crazy play by Sneak. And now, of course, Reluctant come in from off in the distance, taking full advantage, capitalizing on the low health bars, as we've seen happen a few times. And yeah, now they just sneak in, get those few hits going, and hopefully they can add a few more kills. They're also sitting on 8 kills.
Yeah. All right, we got the 2 Phoenix teams sitting up there towards the north, moving down in that zone, which is getting smaller and smaller. We've got Reluctant moving up. Rain should be soon to follow, and the Dragons as well moving up there. We still have Denset actually sitting there, solo team for quite some time, still alive. Done a really good job of surviving this far. 0 kills, but the survival is there. Reluctant moved their way in towards the zone. They should be joined pretty soon.
So we've got Phoenix Instinct now, of course, starting to make their way up in towards zone. They're rotating up, pulling into a compound just comfortably in zone. But now we see some shots flying up over towards the other Phoenix team up in the northern side. That, of course, being the players there from Phoenix Prodigy. So they're a bit late on the rotation. And they're also quite exposed, as you can see as well. Not a lot of cover for them to utilize and fight from, aside from this little reach that they've gotten. The zone's moving up in 35 seconds time. They don't have much time, and I'm pretty sure you know, that they're going to get taken down as they try and move up. We also have the players there from Phoenix Instinct, as you can see, focusing their attention off in this direction now. And the shots are flying across.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a difficult one. As you say, the Blue Zone going to be moving its way in any second now. It's going to push them right over that edge. Reluctant are sitting nicely inside that zone, and the Phoenix team moving out of that compound, making their way in as well. So it's going to be the team over there from Phoenix Prodigy who's going to have to try and maneuver their way around this one, try and make sure they don't go down immediately. Phoenix going to be taking some hits as they try and move their way up. Shots going to be ringing. Astro doing some good work from over the ridge, although some return fire is coming in from behind as the Dragons make their way up, jumping out of their vehicle to try and pressure Reluctant from behind. It's a good enough position as any. There come the shots. Stromato actually going to fall. Astro going to be falling soon after. Blitz now has to do a lot of work, but that gives the Phoenix, I think it's Prodigy there, just time to move up, potentially make their way in. Without a hitch, the Dragons putting on that pressure is going to distract Reluctant long enough for them to move in. Astro actually going to get thirsted there. Schmitty retreating in that car, trying to join up with the teammate, but the shots are going to come through to try and stop that. Oh, there comes the explosion. Yeah. You've been waiting for that one, I think.
Yeah, no, I've been waiting 2 whole matches for that to happen. Thank you.
Well, we've got Rain just on the other side of Phoenix, but we still have the shots ringing in towards the Dragons now. This coming from Blitz and the rest of the Phoenix Prodigy squad there. That's going to be Dromato falling as Bad Liar and K9 trying to move up on Blitz. Astakun and Cheeks also moving up the side of the mountain. Dromato taking down, and Bread also going to be falling in the meantime. Squeak gets dropped as well. Ooh, very well played. Phoenix Prodigy taking down Rain Gaming there. So that's going to leave 2 Phoenix squads, Reluctant and the Dragons now. The 4 teams and 8 players left alive for you. Blitz right in the middle of Kuwait. quite a difficult spot. The two Phoenix teams actually going to be moving up over the crest to take fights against one another. Sicario and Bravo moving over towards Astra and Cheeks. Oh, those shots coming through. The Tommy rattling away. Bravo going to fall. Astra as well. And come out on top of this one. Ooh, well played. So Prodigy doing some really, really good work at just staying alive under some seriously bad circumstances. Well played to them. Now it's Phoenix, Prodigy, Reluctant, and the Dragons. Blitz still dancing around that destroyed vehicle, just making sure it doesn't go down immediately. But that blue zone going to be doing a lot of damage. Asta and Sheiks gonna feel that tickle a little bit more this time around. Some nades going through as Blitz tries to play around here. Asta gonna get claimed by the zone. Sheiks just barely making it in. That health is very, very low. But right now the Dragons are sort of focused on Blitz, although Bad Liar might just catch out Sheiks if he spots him out. Just waiting for the players to find one another here. Blitz and K9 just across the way from one another. Smoke going down to sort of mask some pushes as K9 just snaking his way up. Blitz just using the crest of this hill as best he can. K9 using a bit of a rock to hide his position. Now they're just playing the long game, waiting for a mistake to come through from somebody. Sheiks, meanwhile, is going to be bolstering his health back up, making sure he's in as best a position as he can potentially be here in towards this fight. But the zone is very, very small. And as soon as it starts moving in, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to play that long game. Oh, Shake starts to move, which could catch Blitz out from behind. And there it is. Blitz absolutely not expecting it. And that's going to be Sheiks taking Blitz down, leaving K9 and Bad Liar to take down Shakes.
Well, let's see. Will he get the bounce on the Dragons? They currently have no idea where he is, so he still has that element of surprise counting in his favor, but he is now creeping ever closer towards the Dragons. All three players in zone. Let's see, will he be able to get those hits in? Will he get the chicken, make it a 10 kill count for the players there from Phoenix Prodigy, or will the Dragons add that extra kill to their kill count? So only time will tell, but it is a few mere moments away as the blue zone is closing in. The zone is going to shift up once again. So let's see which way Shakes is going to move it. You can see K9, of course, just over to the side. They're fairly close, but it seems like we have a Bad Liar. Well, right there next to him. Now he's moving in.
Oh, Shakes.
Is going to come. Is going to come. Getting that grenade ready.
Somebody has to push.
Yep. Oh, and then, of course, that grenade doesn't go exactly where he hoped it to have gone. So let's see now, setting up another smoke grenade now. He's going to try and cover himself up as he's trying to move in. There we go, off goes the smoke, blows up the vehicle. So it's interesting to see that the vehicle was still a potential threat all this time. And he was using it for most of his cover. So he was just a few hits away from getting taken down. Now let's see, he is trying to move up. K9 and Bad Liar just...
Ooh.
Will he get it? Will he get it? He's trying. Come on.
Oh, Shakes has been doing this dance for so long, just surviving for as long as possible, but somebody has to give way. Something has to fall. Shakes just moving back and forth, trying to get the advantageous position. He's going to be moving up. Bad Lion and Kanan have to spot him out. They do. The shot's ringing forth, but he's not getting hit just yet.
Ooh.
Oh, Shakes. He takes down Bad Lion, but Kanan's now way above him. And it's going to be the end of Shakes.
Well done. Well done. Beautiful play there by the Dragons. Beautiful retaliation there. That was an insane push, finishing it off, getting those last few hits in. But of course, a beautiful play there by Mr. Shakes as well. So we got the Dragons finishing up in chicken position with 4 kills. We got Phoenix going out with 8 kills. Then of course, Reluctant finishing up in 3rd place. Yeah, they've got 10 kills for themselves. Well done. Then of course, you got another Phoenix team in 4th place there. We got Rain up in 5th place. Mr. Denset there finishing off in 6th place. Quiet Storm in 7th. QST. We got the players from Rescue finishing up off in 8th place. SS coming in 9th. We got Safe in 10th. Revolution, of course, taking 11th. Phoenix in 12th place, SS in 13th, Red Reserve in 14th place, and then of course USO being the first team back into the lobby. So there we go, there we have it. What a match, what a match. And some interesting finishes right there at the end. Yeah, some pretty good plays. Pretty good plays there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of a slow start as usual, though the larger map will definitely secure that. But yeah, ultimately it culminated in some pretty good plays there, and very well played to Shakes, who managed to stay alive and do so much work for so long. It's very difficult to do, and they played so well at the end there. So very well played to those three teams there that came in at the top. They well played to Shakes, and of course the Dragons for coming in on top. Well played. Yeah,
no, some beautiful plays there. But there we go, guys. We're gonna get ready for our third match, which should be starting pretty soon. So we're gonna jump up into the highlights, and of course we'll bring you back right after the highlights. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the highlights, some action from the previous match. So without any further ado, here we go.
Yeah.
So then of course we still have the team here just to the north, the players there from Revolution. So ooh, beautiful hit in on Sneak right as he's trying to sneak up. Gets hit. Yeah, that is how you do it. Ooh, Twisted now risking it, trying to get up towards Fury to get his last teammate up, and he decides to jump and gets hit mid-air by Bread. Well done.
Be taking those fights that will be resolved there. RHEAGAL gonna get those in. Reluctant gonna get hit by Phoenix as the assault continues around Power Grid. Oh, the shots coming through. Is Blitz going to win that one? He is going to take down Maniac. Maestro falls as well. Smitty going to be falling as well. Blitz gets taken down. Ziyad soon to fall. Quick Scope going to get taken down as Revolution and Rain also go at one another. There's two fights happening simultaneously there. Revolution and Rain still going at it. Kato going to fall and get taken down by Sneak.
Yeah, and it's now all riding on Gang. Can he get this res in on time? Will we see Rain now move up and take them down? It's gonna be a tough one. Let's see. Up they come. Rain moving in.
Oh, that was just a very quick, clean finish there. Take some fights. So this could potentially be 3 fights about to break out simultaneously.
Princess Raider taking quite a few hits. Nearly getting knocked out by Matrix.
Yeah, but the teams are so close. They really don't have time right now. Princess Raider's in a tough spot, and she's just going to get taken down by Tiger from the side as they come in. Reza getting knocked out there. Back to the lobby. Yeah, so right now we're waiting for SS and Reluctant to take their fights, as well as Rez and QST. Just waiting to see those fights happen. Phoenix Clan still up north, relatively close. The Dragons have rotated in, and Rain actually moving in just above Los Leones from behind. Reluctance going to be putting those hits into SS.
Yeah, it's not looking great. No, down they go.
Way out, but the shots start to ring. Smoke's getting popped to cover the movements, but the shots already ringing forth. Ooh, QST making their way around very swiftly now. Let's see if Tiger can hold them off as they come around the corner. The shots go through, the drops also coming down. Tiger going to be the one to drop. Matrix having to do everything, and it's just going to be so difficult. They get taken down. QST definitely good enough to do it. So there's the first one. 7 going to drop. He gets taken out by Bread. And that's going to make things difficult now. QST have to try and find those hits, otherwise it's going to be very difficult for them to continue. Meanwhile, the Phoenix team's going to be making some shots towards each other in the north, like we've been waiting for. Meanwhile, Hex are going to fall as well. The shots are really going for serious damage going down. Sneak going to get dropped, but Chris going to get dropped immediately after. Blitz now has to do a lot of work, but that gives the Phoenix, I think it's Prodigy there, just time to move up, potentially make their way in. Without a hitch, the Dragons putting on that pressure is going to distract Reluctant long enough for them to move in. Astro actually going to get thirsted there. Schmitty retreating in that car, trying to join up with the teammate, but the shots are going to come through to try and stop that. Oh, there comes the explosion. Well, we've got Rain just on the other side of Phoenix, but we still have the shots ringing in towards the Dragons now. This coming from Blitz and the rest of the Phoenix Prodigy squad there. That's going to be Dramato falling as Bad Liar and Canine trying to move up on Blitz. Astakun and Cheeks also moving up the side of the mountain. Dramato taking down, and Brett also going to be falling in the meantime. Squeak gets dropped as well. Ooh. The 4 teams and 8 players left alive for you. Blitz right in the middle of quite a difficult spot. The 2 Phoenix teams actually going to be moving up over the crest to take fights against one another. Sicario and Bravo moving over towards Astra and Cheeks. Oh, those shots coming through. The Tommy rattling away. Bravo going to fall. Asta as well. And going to come out on top of this one. Ooh. And using a bit of a rock to hide his position. Now they're just playing the long game, waiting for a mistake to come through from somebody. Sheiks, meanwhile, is going to be bolstering his health back up, making sure he's in as best a position as he can potentially be here in towards this fight. But the zone is very, very small. And as soon as it starts moving in, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to play that long game. Oh, Shake starts to move, which could catch Blitz out from behind. And there it is. Blitz absolutely not expecting.
He's trying. Come on.
Oh, Shakes has been doing this dance for so long, just surviving for as long as possible, but somebody has to give way. Something has to fall. Shakes just moving back and forth, trying to get the advantageous position. He's going to be moving up. Bad Lion and Kanan have to spot him out. They do. The shot's ringing forth, but he's not getting hit just yet. Oh, Shakes. He takes down Bad Lion, but Kanan's now way above him, and it's going to be the end.
Cool.
Try
some form of control still, making our constant binary choices and voicing our equally shallow opinions more loudly or quietly. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What the does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, we are getting into our third match for our Open Series for Mettlestate Season 5. Alright, so yeah, it is getting more and more intense as we move through the games. And we got different teams stepping up every single time, you know. And what's interesting to see is the rotation, kind of what we have in between the teams. You know, one team would be dominating the particular match, and the next one comes up, and you know, the next round rather starts, and then you know the teams keep on changing it up. So it's amazing to see, and it's, you know, it's really quite entertaining, I must say.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm quite keen to see this match unfold, to see where it goes. We'll see if the teams keep it the same as the last time, or if they switch it up a little bit. Obviously, in the previous one, we saw them, you know, playing a little bit slow, a little bit more smart, and now we're going to see if they continue to do so, or if they'll maybe take a little bit more of an aggressive approach. Yeah,
all right, so looking at the teams that we got in the lobby, once again, 55 players. We've got Safe over in slot 3, we've got Phoenix in slot 5, 7 and 8. We've got the players there from Rescue in 9, we've got the Dragons in 10, we've got SS in 11 and 12. Then of course we've got the A team in slot 13, we've got Red Reserve in 15, USO in 16, Revolution in 17, Rain in 18. Then of course QST in slot 21 and Reluctant in slot 22. And of course a very nice flight path as well for this round. Not much change though from the previous. I think the previous zone was a little bit more from northeast to northwest to southeast.
Yeah, I think so. This one's going to give a little bit more access to the northern portion of the map, which was previously not the case. This time around, they're going to be going all the way up to Torre Ahmouda, so it's going to have access to all of those northern portions there, but they are not going to be going down towards the coast, which we did see last time. So now they have a little bit more choice of where they're going to go up north. We'll see if they do the same thing as previous, though. We'll see if they can maybe push out just to get some loot. Obviously, that first blue zone takes quite a while to come in, so they do have a little bit of time to move around if they so choose. So we'll see where they go.
Yeah, well, we've got our first potential fight, hopefully, between Revolution and the players here from Red Reserve. So we'll see what's going to happen. We got Forever, Falcon, all right, just up ahead here. The other two players, of course, up the hill. Tezuka and Kaito, or Kato, that guy. And Mr. Ozone from Red Reserve right here with him, getting himself a nice level 3 helmet there. So yeah, he's kind of sorted now if any headshots would come flying up his way. He won't go down necessarily that quickly, but yeah, it seems like we've got quite a spread with the teams here once again, and some potential fights there. Mr. Denset, fairly close there to Phoenix. He is going at it solo these past few games though.
Yeah, he's been doing relatively well. I mean, considering he's just dropping completely alone and playing it out that way. He's placed pretty decently in the previous round. So we'll see if he can keep that off, or if he'll get knocked out early this time around. We'll see if Revolution collide with Red anytime soon. They are just getting that gear together, but Forever is moving quickly to see if there's anyone just ahead, which of course there is. Ozone and the rest of the Red squad going to be up there. We'll see if those fights break out anytime soon. Otherwise, like you said, most of the rest of the teams relatively well spread out, except of course for what looks like to be Phoenix and SS all the way up in Tierra. Nice and close there.
Well, we got Mr. Ziad. He's now chasing up on Denset, and of course we got Danny Boy getting a quick knock in there as well. So let's see, will Ziad catch up with Mr. Denset, our solo player?
Yeah, you got to play very, very slippery if you want to play solo. Meanwhile, SS going to be getting hit hard by Phoenix. That, of course, being Phoenix Instinct going up against SS there.
Well, we got Mr. Cat and Rukulus now. Rukulus pushing up. Danny Boy right there with him. And Mr. Hurt gets taken down once again. Oh, down goes Rukulus. Up to Cat. Oh, nope. Down they go.
Yeah. So nice and quick, we have some early fights going on, and that's already one team sent back to the lobby. Make that two actually, as Denset also has gone down. So that's 2 teams and 4 players in total out of the match, giving us 51 players alive and 13 teams left. Now, of course, still Revolution and the players here from Red relatively close by. Could potentially take some fights against one another. Otherwise, the rest of the teams pretty well spread out, just sitting quite comfortably right now, making sure they're all good and set up for the coming fights.
Yeah. So let's see what is going to happen. Hopefully, we'll see this this fight unfold, of course, now, as you mentioned, the one here between Revolution and Red Reserve. So hopefully something interesting will come of this. Just, well, there we go. You got some shots now. Tezuka. He just needs a bazooka. Then it'd be amazing.
Okay.
Let's see.
Right, well,
Griff might get the hit in on him. Oh, no, I thought Griff was trying to speak and get the shot. Oh, there we go. There we go.
well, some shots are ringing out. That red zone actually coming in just to scare some players off, but ultimately Revolution and Red are quite close. You can see, oh, Red lining up a shot. Cinderella trying to get those hits in. He's going to miss the shot though onto Kato, but will hit the shot onto Tezuka.
Nice.
Bazooka is not going to save him this time around when those shots are coming through.
Yeah, no. Cinderella, of course, putting some beautiful hits in. No glass slippers today. Yep, no, you can't do that jump with grass slippers on. So let's see. Let's see. Will they push in? We've got Forever and Mr. Falcon, of course, just up ahead there. We've got Oros and Griff now on the move. They're closing in slowly on the players here from Revolution. So let's see. Will they get sent back to the lobby? Tezuka, of course, now getting rest up by Kato. Got Forever and Falcon just holding up in the building, waiting. Forever's got his grin at the ready. So this is what you call waiting forever. Now it's a running forever.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if he does indeed continue on there, running forever. Red and Revolution just encroaching on one another slowly. Red trying to move up, trying to get those angles in. Trying to maybe get aggressive. The rest of the teams are very, very spread out here, so no potential fights happening anywhere else right now, unless we see any teams make some very quick rotations. Right now it's just Red and Revolution who are
Some
just
R&R.
just inching closer to one another to try and just try and get something done. Obviously they're hungry for some shots, trying to get some kills in there.
And they're trying to move up ever so slightly.
Yeah, it's happening very, very slowly. Very cautiously approaching one another. Yeah, nothing too crazy happening there. They are so close, but they really aren't taking their time with this one. They know they don't have to go too insane here, so they can just play it slow if they want to, and it looks like that will be the decision. But at some point, you either have to make the decision to commit to the fight or rotate away. You know, you can't sit here doing nothing the whole entire time. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit too tight to move around as you would want.
Yeah.
So somebody has to make the decision here. Either pull the trigger, take the fight, or just get yourself out of that space as quickly as you can.
Well, we got Forever trying once again with his grin. He's got it at the ready. You can hear the footsteps nearby. But yeah, there's no... I don't know, it's like they're waiting for someone to move without anyone moving. You know, it's like a waiting game that we've got going on at the moment.
Yeah, they're waiting for some sort of pick to come out or something to happen that'll give them that advantage so that they know they can, move forward and actually take the fight.
Yeah.
Right now, no one's really giving that over just yet. Some movements coming out, though. Kato going to be taking some shots towards his direction. Now, finally, it looks like they might just try and get something done. Here come the initial shots through. Falcon trying to put those through. No one's dropped just yet, but the shots still are trying to land.
But I think one thing that's one difference that we can see between the players in the Open Series and the players in the Pro Series is the teams that have managed to move up in towards Pro Series. Those are most of the time, the teams that they create the opportunity instead of waiting, for an opportunity to, kind of happen. They push in, they get the action. And that is one thing that we see with some of the teams, as they start turning up their aggression. Those teams are most of the time, the teams that we see that eventually, progress over through in towards the Pro Series. Yeah.
Definitely, I agree with you there. Taking the initiative is very, very big, because you can see now Rain actually quickscope and Red moving up behind, which could catch some of these players out here between Revolution and Red. Because they haven't taken this fight, they're going to be in a very awkward situation if our Rain Gaming decide to push in here. So really, like you said, the opportunities, if you can't find them, they need to be created. You need to sort of force the team to do what you want them to do, sort of put them in a bad situation, get them to do that, make something happen on the map, make something happen in the play you want to do, or make the decision. Like I said, you either got to pull that trigger or you've got to leave. You don't really have much else of a choice. And the longer you wait, the longer you do nothing, the more potential difficult things could arise on the map. And you can see the entire Rain squad has now moved up behind these two teams, and that could cause quite a bit of a problem for them. And if one of those teams, if Red or Revolution, had actually pulled the trigger, one of them would still be alive and they would be sitting a little bit more comfortably. But now they're still sitting neck and neck with their crosshairs trained towards one another, and they're going to be in a very, very awkward situation if Rain decide to assault them.
Yeah, and just by the look of things, I think that is something that is going to happen pretty soon. The next shot that is going to go off will definitely draw in the attention from Rain, and they'll then start focusing their attention over towards the two teams that we've got here. If they haven't already started training their focus in this direction. Bread, of course, now getting shot at there by one of the Red reserve players, and yeah, this is not. I wouldn't have particularly. I wouldn't have done that. I would rather have used the opportunity to make the push on, for instance, the Revolution players. There we go, get some hits going in, Forever goes down. But now we just got to see them follow through. They're going to keep pushing up and try and get those hits in before Rain manages to move down that hill and, of course, get in with those third parties and take the kills.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, we see that SAEF and QST have moved up quite close to one another, so there could be another potential fight brewing there. But right now, Revolution getting assaulted here. Finally, people are moving in. Revolution getting taken down by Red as the fight brews, but Rain Gaming should not be far behind this one. Falcon going to be falling here. Ozone gonna fall as well. Forever getting taken down by Bread as Rain Gaming starts to claim their victims and take control of the situation, just absolutely capitalizing off of that chaos now, capitalizing off of the fact that Red and Revolution are just trying to take each other down now in a very, very messy fight, but the frags will come through, and now it's up to Red. They also start taking the fight against Rain as Rain start to put the shots through. Kato is the last one left alive for Revolution, coming out of the back end of that fight. And that is unfortunately what happens in this situation. You're not going to come out best when you're sandwiched between two very, very thick teams.
Yeah, no, definitely the case. And one thing that is quite certain about this particular game is you have to, like we said, you have to create a situation if nothing is happening. Either you move or you start pushing, because if you wait too long, stuff like this happened. Revolution was in a pretty good spot. They had a really good, positioning, and they've lost all of that. Due to their hesitations, and that of course gave Rain the opportunity to casually just stroll on in, get the shots going, and yeah, I mean, I mean, I think that can be said about both, you know, Red Reserve and the players from Revolution. Both teams were in a pretty good spot. Had they only chosen to start pushing in, you know, things might have turned, you know, around completely. But yeah, now they're losing out on quite a bit. And Rain is just ripping it up through them.
Yeah, that is certainly the case. Absolutely. You know, they find themselves in a pretty sticky situation just based off of the fact that they didn't really get anything done as they might have wanted to. Now, finally, QST are going to be making the assault happen there towards safe, just underneath Picado, as the two Phoenix teams actually moving in from the north of Picado, as well as Reluctant moving down in that direction. We've been focusing on this little bit of a, I don't really know what to call it. It's not really a stalemate. It's just a situation here with Kato, Red, and Rain. We'll see what the decisions are made in those teams soon. Obviously, they're going to have to decide to do something. Rain can either assault Red, or they can pull out of that situation, just leave for the time being.
But see, we got Quiet Storm over here. They are doing exactly now what we were talking about. You know, they saw a little opportunity. It's like, you know, the faintest glimpse of an opportunity, and they push. The whole team rushes in. They start putting shots all over the place, and they get the action going, you know, and that is something that you need. That is the only way that you're going to be able to progress, you know, from Pro Series up into the Open Series, is if you own the lobbies. You know, you got to put in that effort, put in that time, you know, and of course, you know, start raking in those kills. But we've got some good defense here from the safe team, you know. It's not like they're going straight up into bot mode. They are actually trying to defend, and, you know, they're doing a pretty good job so far, I must add.
Yeah, team's putting up a pretty good fight here. QST putting on their radar face and making sure those hits come through. And finally, they are going to be able to take down Safe with a successful assault there by QST. So well played there. Meanwhile, Reluctant actually going to be moving in to Phoenix, and there is some explosions going to happen right immediately. Maestro going to get taken down. The rest of the Reluctant squad now just coming off the back end of that one. Not going to be feeling too comfortable here as the Phoenix team does surround them somewhat. Now we wait to see if any of the teams start moving in closer to one another. You can see Red has pulled out just a little bit back. Kato not in such a good position, could be sniffed out by Rain. Sneak actually going to get hit by Cinderella with a long range shot there, as Har going to assault Savannah from QST. That's Phoenix moving in from the north, and actually that's both Phoenix teams, Phoenix, Prodigy, and Instinct moving up from the north. So they're one behind the other in a bit of a train up here against QST. Ooh. Some shots are ringing forth. They're going to be taking down Astro. Reluctant getting assaulted by Phoenix there. Cinderella still putting the hits in on towards Rain. So Red putting up a good fight here. Reluctant, although not feeling that one, they're going to be sent back to the lobby.
But one thing that I also see is, like, Mr. Carter over here, he has had a few opportunities to escape. You know? But he's still in the compound. I would have, you know, tried to rotate out. I mean, there's so much cover here. There's quite some, you know... Yeah, you could easily make his escape, especially while Rain and Red Reserve are distracted, you know, battling it out with each other, shots flying across. Yeah, perfect chance there to have rotated out, but...
Yeah, he might not want to go out of the frying pan and into the fire. Might just be more comfortable sitting inside the zone and just waiting for other stuff to happen and maybe potentially capitalizing on it. When your whole squad is sort of knocked out and you're the last one left alive, you have to make some pretty difficult decisions, you know, and obviously that's one of them. Do you rotate out and potentially put yourself in a spot where there are other teams that will spot you out when you rotate, or do you just stay put, wait for the teams to fight it out and maybe get some hits in while they're doing that? Yeah, it's a difficult call to make for sure. But we'll see how it works out for him now that he's just staying there in the spot. Meanwhile, because that zone has gotten smaller, obviously the teams will be wanting to make their way in as soon as possible. You can see Phoenix there making their way in. QST going to be getting themselves mobilized pretty soon as well. And SS actually all the way on the side there could just either walk straight into this little fight between Red and Rain, or they could just rotate around it depending on how they decide to approach that.
Well, let's see. We've got the players here from USO and Rescue, of course, also fairly close together. So let's see what is going to happen. Hopefully we'll see some more action. But yeah, only time will tell. We got Mr. Edge, of course, now moving up right onto the edge of the cliff there. Ooh, I think he spotted some of the players there from Rescue. Yes, he did indeed. Almost had a pretty good shot on Matrix.
Now we're about to see where the fights start breaking out. You can see Phoenix moving just above QST there, the red zone pressuring them to move up. You can see as well Uzo, Rez, Phoenix quite close to one another. You can see Phoenix just above Rez there. So we're going to be putting some hits in though. Shame does fall, and ENG are going to get claimed by the blue zone as that does move up. And still we have Rain and Red just sitting here in this compound, still not having taken one another out yet. Maybe just too reluctant to take the fights.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
there we
SS are going to be moving around. They decide not to go into their compound. They just want to make their way out there into the zone. And they're going to find themselves sitting next to Uzo, who is sitting next to Rez, who's sitting next to Phoenix. You can see SS putting those shots in already onto Uzo, just putting them in. Wait, Willie going to be falling.
That's a pretty good third party here by SS. Uso, of course, being distracted there. And then they just sneak up and get those hits as well as getting the thirst in. So, yeah, well done. Well played. Oh, Edge is on the edge of the lobby. Just look at that health. Wow. Like, if he sneezed too hard, he probably would have gone back into the lobby. It was that close.
Yeah, well, thankfully he didn't, so he's still going to be in the match. And yeah, I must say we've seen some very interesting things happening now of late. Red is still in the compound with Rain, and they have yet to make something happen on both sides. Kato's still alive in there as well, just sitting around. SS now still taking some shots towards Savage there. Going to be knocking him over as SS continue to put up the shots. And, you know, now we wait and see as the zone is now smaller up towards the north there. Red obviously going to be wanting to rotate up there. Interesting to see that they sat in that compound for so long. Obviously didn't really have to move there, but also not really taking the fights on both sides. Both the teams, Rain and Red, just not feeling up to taking the fights whatsoever. And I'm not sure if that was just a decision to say we don't have to take any fights that we don't need to take, or if that was just a lack of confidence in being able to, you know, come out on top of that one, just saying if we leave now, we probably give away our good position. And that was maybe a decision made on both sides. So interesting to see that really happened for quite some time then. Really just a slow pace of things. But the pace is definitely about to pick up now as there are 11 teams, 36 players now alive on the map. And the zone very, very small there in Mountain Nuevo as all the teams start to make their way up. You can hear the shots ringing out in the distance. We'll see who survives and who gets knocked out. A lot of teams already in towards the zone there. You can see QST, Phoenix, both of those teams making their way in. Uzo in there, and Rain actually coming up right behind both Phoenix and Uzo.
Yeah, up they come. Hopefully we're going to see some shots now. We've seen a lot of potential aggression, of course, from Uso, as well as there we go, Rain pushing up right on top of them. Braid and Quickscope. Braid. Ooh, gets a beautiful hit in on Twisted. Now Fury just off in
some
the
good
distance.
stuff there.
Will they get those hits? Hopefully they do. And of course now the players there from Phoenix Aura turning their attention over towards the players right here. So let's see. Will here we go. We got some more action right here. Phoenix pushing up on Phoenix. Run through the building. There we go.
All right, so the fights start to break out now. You can see Uzo and Rain very close. Phoenix taking those shots as well onto one another. The two Phoenix squads there just pulling the trigger. It's going to be Ziad putting so much damage through. Eventually gets taken out by Azhar, but Ziad, Danny Boy falls. Azhar falls as well. Meanwhile, Quickscope also going to get taken down by Edge, and Indra getting taken down by Asta.
And we got SS also now rotating up. So they're just pulling up right off in the distance here. And Rain and the players, of course, now still going at it. We've got, eventually we got some shots there with Revolution and Red.
Yeah, Kato actually pulling the trigger finally. His patience maybe paying off a little bit. We'll see if that continues to be the case. Right now that zone is getting much, much smaller. And actually, Kato doing some good job of taking down Uros as well. So really making Red suffer for that one.
Yeah, he's at least adding some kills in for his team. You know, it just would have been great to see this a little bit earlier. Oh, he's about to take a few hits. Oh, Red Reserve now in hot pursuit. Up comes Griff. Oh, down he goes.
Yeah, so it was about time. Survived for long enough as a solo player, just sitting there in their compound. So eventually gets taken down, but the fight's still going off as the teams fight to make their way up into the zone. You can see QST taking some shots over there. Phoenix, Uzo, Rain, SS trying to make their way up. Matrix gonna fall as Rescue going to be trying to make their way up. There's 26 players, 9 teams in this very, very small zone. They're going to have to squeeze in or knock each other out, which of course is what we're hoping for.
Yeah, and we will see how this unfolds now. Hoping that the players keep building up on the aggression, keep on pushing. I really hope to see that. That would be quite awesome, I must add. But a lot of teams now rotating up for zone. Glad to see that it's before the blue zone starts closing in on them.
Yeah. Yeah, at least the rotations are coming in a little bit quicker. But you know, a lot of this gameplay has forced me to wonder about what, you know, whether we'll see another sort of hunter team arise out of this. You know, we saw these players not being willing to pull that trigger, you know, and that's what caused them to just sit there for so long and not take the opportunities that were presented to them, or opportunities that they could have created themselves. And that makes me wonder, because the one team that we did see here in the Open Series, who was the hunter team, already moved up into the Pro Series. So are we going to see something like that rising again? Who knows? That question is going to be interrupted though, as QST are taking the fight. SS going to be trying to put those hits into Rain, going to be taking them out as well as that zone gets ever smaller and the players have to move up. Inspector going to be falling, and now there's just a huge cluster of so many teams sitting on top of one another, basically. This is just an absolute chaos fest. Teams just on top of one another, left and right. So many players going to be wiped out.
Yeah, the blue zone
Red
doing
zone even
crazy damage.
Yeah. We
got 6 teams remaining. No teams in zone at the moment, so let's see. It is a quite an exposed piece of land there for the zone. So let's see who will brave it and try and make their way up into that section. There's no particular easy spot. There's that one maybe little compound over there that they could move up into, but yeah, it is gonna be a fairly difficult one. Fury, of course, now getting hit out in the open. Nowhere to go.
Yeah. It's a difficult spot to be in. All the teams very close together, and you know, not much cover to hide behind. So really gonna have to win those gunfights. And of course, Phoenix gonna be coming out on top of that one. You can see Bread there, just trying to use the small bits of cover scattered around the fields there, where he's thrown up. You can see QST up there towards a couple of pieces of shelter, trying to survive as well. Dragons moving up closer. Phoenix moving down the mountain. You can see both of the Phoenix teams trying to rotate through. Inspector making his way up. Could get spotted out by the Dragons if he's not careful. We can see Osiris getting hit. Phoenix is moving up. K9 and Bad Liar once again. Going to be here. Inspector, Maniac, and Ziad now moving up as well to try and take the fight. And this blue zone actually going to come in, make things very difficult for Bad Lion. I'm not sure if he can survive this one. K9 moving up as well to try and outrun that blue zone. Things are becoming difficult. K9 gets dropped, and this should be the end for the Dragons. Phoenix going to be securing that one. And now you can see we have 4 teams remaining. Bread just staying alive behind that hay bale as QST push up slowly up towards the Phoenix team on top of the mountain.
Some pretty good molly throw there by Phoenix though. Sending it all the way across over towards the players here from QST. So Phoenix Prodigy getting a beautiful hit in. Exor now the last hopeful left. Let's see, will he be able to get it? Up comes Tiny, gets the hit on Tiny. Oh, it's up to Hulk. Hulk versus Exor. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they moved up aggressively to try and take out QST, but ultimately the other Phoenix team coming out and capitalizing on that, taking them down from the side, leaving Hexor all alone and on very low HP. Now, Bread is right behind him, so he could potentially get some kills in here without Phoenix realizing it, and he has to take that opportunity, or else he's going to be in a very difficult spot. Hexor just trying to outrun the Phoenix team, trying to take the fights as best he can. Spectre moving around, going to be taking some hits, but Hexor ultimately going to be falling, and now Bread left alone against 3 players from Phoenix. Didn't capitalize on the potential backstabbing, if I can put it that way, and now in a very difficult spot to try and win this. And in fact, not even going to be able to get a shot in as Maniac spots him out and takes him down.
Well, there we go. There we have it. So that, of course, now concludes our 3rd round. We got Phoenix coming in with the chicken dinner there. Well done. Well played to Phoenix Aura. Putting themselves in a very comfortable spot there. You know, getting 14 kills. Really, oh, sorry, 15 kills. My bad. 15 kills. Not bad. Well done. So we got Rain, of course, finishing off in 2nd place. 2 kills. We got Quiet Storm QST finishing off in 3rd place. Coming in with 12 kills there as well. Some nice high kills in those top 3 teams there. And of course, we got Phoenix finishing off in 4th place. The Dragons in 5th place. Uso in 6th. Red Reserve in 7th. We got the players there from SS taking 8th place. Then, of course, Rescue in 9th. Revolution in 10th. We've got the players from Phoenix then in 11th. Reluctant in 12th. Safe going out in 13th. SS going out in 14th place. And then, of course, Mr. Denset there going out to the lobby first. So there we go. There we have it. That is our 3rd round. A very slow round, though, I must say.
Yeah, perhaps a round of missed opportunities as well. You know, just like we were talking about as potential that wasn't really capitalized on, and that led to some very interesting and potentially awkward situations, if I can describe it in that sense. So, yeah, maybe just one of those games to look back on and sort of say, okay, how could we have played this differently? How could we have sort of capitalized a little bit more on the opportunities that were presented to us, or how could we have created our own opportunities here to try and make something happen? And the thing is, ultimately, you don't want to get taken out, you don't want to get you know, wiped back to the lobby, but ultimately you still have to, you know, if you're not sure whether you could win it or not, you have to take the risk and see what happens, you know, because you could win it, and if you don't, you can always learn from that and do better next time. But ultimately, you always have to make a decision. You can't just sit stalemate the whole time and hope for something to happen. You've got to make something happen, and if you get taken down while doing it, well, then so be it. You'll come back stronger and better next time.
Yeah, no, definitely the case. So that is something that I definitely hope that we would see the improvement on. You know, the teams really trying to change that up, trying to improve that section of the gameplay, because that is the main part that, you know, in in my opinion, that I could say is what's lacking in a sense. You know, we see it from game to game at times, but we don't have it happening on a consistent basis. It's not something that you see regularly, and I'm not expecting the players to do that from the get-go, but you know, definitely hoping that they start developing that skill, or you know, that play style, as you know, bringing that aggression in, because the moment they do that, they have the upper hand, you know, compared to the other teams that they are going up against, and we've seen that with the teams, of course, now moving up into, you know, up in towards the Pro Series. So yeah. So I really hope.
I mean, there's always that argument that goes on about you know, whether or not it's possible to sort of win a fight against somebody who's holding an angle, and of course it is. You can always walk in, even if a team is holding a position inside a building or something like that. If you feel like you can't attack them, you know, then you're missing out on a potential portion of what the game is all about. You know, you can assault a house successfully, you can assault a building successfully, you know, catch them off guard, jump around the angle, you know, play it some way, dissect it, you know, piece by piece. There's always an ability to get in there and take the fights. You know, you're never in a position where you just always have to sit and wait for something to happen.
Yeah, no, true. But yeah,
sometimes it's good, but not all the time.
Yeah, it happens at times, but not all the time. So let's hope that we see some improvement on that front. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get ready for the fourth and final round. And yeah, hoping for some good action. All right, so here we go.
Phoenix and SS all the way up in Tierra. Nice and close there.
Well, we got Mr. Ziad. He's now chasing up on Denset, and of course we got Danny Boy getting a quick knock in there as well. So let's see, will Ziad catch up with Mr. Denset, our solo player?
Yeah, you got to play very, very slippery if you want to play solo. Meanwhile, SS going to be getting hit. Hard by Phoenix. That, of course, being Phoenix Instinct going up against SS there.
Well, we got Mr. Cat and RHEAGAL now. RHEAGAL pushing up. Danny Boy right there with him. And Mr. Hurt gets taken down once again. Oh, down goes RHEAGAL. Up to Cat. Oh, nope. Down they go.
Yeah.
Is if you own the lobbies. You know, you got to put in that effort, put in that time, you know, and of course, you know, start raking in those kills. But we've got some good defense here from the safe team. You know, it's not like they're going straight up into bot mode. They are actually trying to defend, and you know, they're doing a pretty good job so far, I must add.
Yeah. Team's putting up a pretty good fight here. QST putting on their radar face and making sure those hits come through both Phoenix teams. Phoenix, Prodigy, and Instinct moving up from the north. So they're one behind the other in a bit of a train up here against QST. Ooh. Some shots are ringing forth. They're going to be taking down Astro. Reluctant getting assaulted by Phoenix there. Cinderella still putting the hits in on towards Rain. So Red putting up a good fight here.
See, well, here we go. We got some more action right here. Phoenix pushing up on Phoenix. Run through the building. There we go.
All right, so the fight starts to break out now. You can see Zo and Rain very close. Phoenix taking those shots as well onto one another. The two Phoenix squads there just pulling the trigger. It's going to be Ziad job of taking down Uros as well. So really making Red suffer for that one.
Yeah, he's at least adding some kills in for his team. You know, it just would have been great to see this a little bit earlier. Oh, he's about to take a few hits. Oh, Red Reserve now in hot pursuit. Up comes Griff. Oh, down he goes.
Yeah, at least the rotations are coming in a little bit quicker. But you know, a lot of this gameplay has forced me to wonder about what you know, whether we'll see another sort of hunter team arise out of this. You know, we saw these players not being willing to pull that trigger, you know, and that's what caused them to just sit there for so long and not take the opportunities that were presented to them, or opportunities that they could have created themselves. And that's that makes me wonder, because the one team that we did see here in the Open Series who...
It is a quite an exposed piece of land there for the zone. So let's see who will brave it and try and make their way up into that section. There's no particular easy spot. There's that one maybe little compound over there that they could move up into, but yeah, it is gonna be a failure.